Hi guys, and happy Easter to you all. I hope that you're all doing well. And today, as I promised, I'm going to give you an insight into the Armenian Easter. I received so many requests asking to talk or to tell about the Armenian culture, Armenian traditions, and believe me, Easter is a great opportunity to have an insight into the Armenian culture. Why? Because Armenians are the first nation that adopted Christianity in 301, yes, before Rome. And for us, Easter is the biggest religious holiday. And in general, we celebrate it even bigger than Christmas. I know that in Western countries, it's like the opposite. Like Christmas is a bigger holiday, but for us, Easter is a bigger holiday because we consider that it's the victory of life over the death. And we always put a table, and it's a very specific table. Every dish has its meaning, its message, and these are things that all Armenians put on their tables. And there's like one more thing that I need to add is the greeting, because on that day when Armenians see each other, there is a special greeting. We say Christos Hariav Imeralot. The literal translation would be the Christ has resurrected from the death. And the other person, like you, must answer Ortniale Haritune Christosi, be blessed the resurrection of Christ. And Mezivtes, Mezzavetis, good news for me and you. I know it's a little bit different in English. It's like the Christ has risen. By the way, the same as in Russian. But okay, that's all. Let's go to the table. So guys, I'm all comfortable and I can show you the first thing. But before I do this, I would also like you to tell me how you celebrate, what you put on the table, and if all these things have any explanation, any message, because we don't have all these bunnies, chocolates, egg hunts. Everything is absolutely different in Armenia. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this. These are grains, a basket with grains. I basically bought this from a shop, but you can easily make this. I loved making it when I was at school. It was very fun for me to make a basket with grains for my eggs. And you can see those beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Easter eggs that are all red. Why red? And why eggs? An egg looks like the planet Earth, and with its structure too, because the Earth consists of different layers as the egg. And why red? Because red represents Jesus Christ's blood. Of course, you can paint it in other colors too, but most importantly, you must have, it's really a must, you must have red eggs on your table. And Armenians mostly don't like painting those eggs with some artificial paints. All these beautiful eggs that you see, I have painted. This year I was painting the eggs either with red onion peels, or with some branches. These are probably not branches, but it looks like branches of a tree. And when you're boiling it, the water becomes all red, and it paints basically your eggs into this beautiful color. And believe me, Armenian Easter eggs have absolutely different taste. Not absolutely different taste, but a little bit of a different taste than just a boiled egg, and it's tastier. Like, everyone is going to tell you the same thing. Easter eggs are always tastier than simple eggs. So this is it. And we have a different game for kids. I think my mom can come and play with me.
Hello.
Hi. So basically, let's show it in the camera. Mom's camera. This is the game. So I hold it like this, and my mom hits my egg. Oh, I lost. Like, whose egg cracks, the person loses, and This one is a strong egg. And when I was at school, we used to take our eggs, and actually when my egg was losing, I was feeling so bad because it was so cool when your egg was actually winning. And yeah, the movie is on stop. Okay, so this is about eggs. Then with eggs we also put Armenian lavash. Oh my god, yesterday I was going to buy lavash, and you can't imagine the queues for lavash. I had an impression that it was like the last day Armenians could taste lavash, because there were huge, enormous queues for lavash. It's a very thin traditional Armenian bread, and boiled eggs in general in Armenia only with lavash, never with, okay, not never with bread, but it's like better to have it with lavash. That's why Armenians always put lavash on the table. And tarragon. Yeah. The next most important dish is rice with raisin, and basically you can notice that there is not only raisin, I have added other dried fruits too, but most importantly you need to have raisin and rice. Why rice and why raisin, and what's the meaning behind them? Rice represents people in the world, and raisin Christians in the world. That's why this plov, how we call it, palav, and it is a little bit sweeter. So if you haven't ever tried rice with raisin, just try it. I made rice separately, and then I made these raisins, because you have to fry them a little bit with butter, all these dry fruits, and then mix this all, and you have this beautiful plov. It's also very important to have this and to try a little bit this rice with raisin. The third most important dish that I personally don't have on my table is fish. I wouldn't say that all Armenians put fish, but a lot of Armenians put fish. Just this time I was a little bit too busy with the eggs and with the rice, because my mom and sister, they were busy, and I have never tried to make fish, so I decided not to put it this time. But why fish? Fish because you know the story that when people were hungry, and there was, and people told, like the apostles told Jesus Christ that there is no bread and no fish to feed people. Somehow like a wonder, fish and bread appeared, and that's why we always put also fish. By the way, Armenians never put meat or I don't know, pork whatsoever, whatever it is, we don't put meat, only fish. And you can also put some salads, very easy salads. This time we also made tabbouleh, and I actually chopped, because I'm not very good at chopping. She chopped the greens and I made the rest. And another thing that Armenians put on their table is gata. Gata is I don't know how to say or how to explain it. It's also a traditional Armenian pastry, because it's sweet, and this is a homemade one. Oops, I don't want it to fall. And last but not least is red wine. I'm sorry I'm having it in this glass for juice, because we basically don't have glasses for wine. Probably I had to take it from my grandma's house, but okay. Why wine? Because during the dinner Jesus Christ offers red wine as his blood and bread as his body. So it also has its explanation, and it's a very tasty Armenian wine. Such a good one. Yummy. So now I'm done. We will have our dinner at our place, and then I will go to my grandma's house because it's one of the biggest holidays. You always go to your relative's house. And I remember, guys, when I was living in Moscow and I was all alone, it was such a pity for me because I was not celebrating Easter since I didn't have all these opportunities, and I was so used to this tradition of painting eggs and putting a table and getting together with the family. And I think it's a very, very beautiful, in general, a very beautiful holiday with a good like happy message. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Kisses to you all, and bye.